Would you happen to be around 50 years old and find yourself in need of a new job? Maybe it's time for a change, or maybe you're the victim of downsizing or reorganization, or something is shifting. So what you know and what you're accustomed to and what you're familiar with is changing. And you have to kind of reinvent yourself. Maybe you're getting subtle clues at work where they're starting to take the duties and things you used to be in charge of away from you. Whatever the situation is, you are out there now looking for work where perhaps, like me, you were planning to spend the last so many years with one employer, retire and ride into the sunset, collect your Social Security, your pension, whatever you might have been planning to do, and everything is changing. It is not easy to find yourself in a role of job hunter when you have been comfortable in a particular job for a very long time. And this is going to sound wrong, but just work with me. It's sort of like going away to jail. Not really, but you're serving a sentence. Sorry for the analogy, but all of a sudden now you're coming back into society, into the work society, the job searcher society, I should say. And you don't know how to operate. You don't know anything about the landscape. Back 10 or 20 years ago, you could say certain things on your resume and they were acceptable. Now those same things, you can't put them on the resume. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that. And if you like this content, please take a moment, subscribe, make a comment, give me a thumbs up, and share this information, because if you're watching this video and you're in my age group, then there's some other people that you may know that may benefit from the same information. Let's get to it. First and foremost, your resume is you on paper, okay? So whatever you're writing on the paper, that's going to be either your foot in the door or your opportunity to go into file 13, i.e. the trash can or the shredder, okay? Some of the things that we used to do on our resume, make it all about you in a me, I scenario. I have been doing career counseling for a number of years, and the first thing I look at when I see a person's resume and they say, I did such and such, never use first person. Now, someone else may tell you differently, but I'm here to tell you that there are ways to work around that. In addition, you don't want to say something like responsible for leading a group of 30 people, responsible for or delegated such and such task. You don't necessarily want to say it like that. You want it to have action or data or statistics behind it, okay? So if you are responsible for managing a team of 30 in the sales department, you want to add something about how your leadership or whatever you may have done or whatever you may have implemented increased the sales percentage by X, or utilized certain technology that then supported the positive outcome for the company by X%. So you have to use data to impress or show that you brought this type of, this type of value to a potential employer, former employer, but also the potential employer. One of the things that you definitely want to make sure you do have is a LinkedIn profile. You also want to make sure that anything that you have on social media, on the internet, shows you in a positive light. Why? Because if I were an employer and I'm looking to see what type of person you are during your 5 to 9, or what types of things you're comfortable with saying and doing off the clock, it kind of helps me feed into your character. So we all have our office self and we have our real self, and the two typically don't merge. But when an employer is looking to hire, oftentimes they will go to Google and they will, or Facebook or Instagram, and they will search your name or they'll search for you. And our data is out there, believe it or not. When it comes to using your resume, which is you on paper, if you're not comfortable or knowledgeable about the look that the resume needs to have, no color paper, no perfumes, no street address. You don't see street addresses on resumes anymore. It's probably a safety thing. Even if you're working right now and you want to, what I call, pull out the feelers, put your resume out there to see how many people are interested in the skills that you have, get some solid advice. You don't necessarily have to pay to get a resume created, although it's not a bad idea. Not all resume professionals are going to do a good resume and not charge you an arm and a leg, okay? Don't use the online expensive resume platforms. What I suggest you do, you go down to your local unemployment office. Most of the times they have two responsibilities. They handle the unemployment filing or the claim side, and then they handle the work development side, okay? So if they have a like a job bank, register for the job bank so the job leads can come to you. Go to one of those centers. There's usually someone there that handles the what I call the employment opportunity side. So you've got the employer side and the employment. So the people that get laid off to get money, they work with the employers to collect the revenue that's necessary to protect and help individuals that receive unemployment, but they also help those individuals get back to work. Have somebody there look at your resume. If you've not been job shopping, I used to call it job shopping. If you haven't been job shopping in 10, 20 years, things are different. Okay? Things are different. Make sure your resume is as solid as it can be. And if you're not in the market to start looking for work, send out your resume anyway. It's going to tell you two things. It's going to tell you, one, you've got the skills that are being sought after right now, which is a good thing. And two, it will let you know if your resume is enticing, okay? You're going fishing, so you got to have the best looking bait on your hook that you can. So just do that and see. Another thing you can do too, and I used to always do this, every once in a while, I would do a check to see what jobs are in the marketplace that I could do or that were similar to the job that I'm currently doing. Not because I was looking to leave the employer, but because I wanted to stay relevant. I had the beautiful opportunity to take a Holland Code SDS assessment. And from that point forward, when I found out what type of work I was born to do, what my purpose in life was, I didn't work another day in my life, okay? So even if you're not facing a layoff or a downsizing, because you are in what I call the sweet and seasoned era of your life, you want to make sure your spices stay vibrant. And in addition, you want to use your network, because once you're in a field for a particular time, you usually know people that know people. And if you don't know people that know people, get connected to people that know people, whether it's in your church, your synagogue, your mosque, whether it's in your fraternity or sorority, whether it's in your hunting club and your fishing group, whatever group you're in, your Masons, whatever group you're in, start networking and find out who are the people that you need to contact in the situation where you're facing a potential job loss. Who are people that can really be assets to you? Do you have somebody that's a school teacher that can look over your resume, checking for grammatical things? Do you have somebody that can do X? Think about those things, and that's going to serve your life anyway. But think about those things now when you don't need a job. And if you do need a job, think about those things now, where have somebody review your resume, put your resume out there, see what's out there, and work your network. As I mentioned before, come on over to my Substack, same name as this channel, And you can read the specific do's and don'ts that I have on resumes, as well as other posts that I will have every week or two. So you can be equipped as an older worker to use your creativity to land a new job, find your passion, and love yourself in the work that you do.